gonna go in deep. Go deep, like I normally do. I'll leave that for another time. Oops, left it one. So today in England, today they're doing a remigration march. Um, but it's a patriarch. It's a patriarch, patriarch march. Now, I just heard a load of them walking up and down and saying a whole load of stuff, right? And I don't like calling people them. No, I don't like to call them them because I don't believe in a them and us. But then now, because of what's going on in America, where Trump is deporting people birthright. Now, word on the curb, word on the social streets is that how he's deporting also Jamaicans. He's deporting some Jamaicans. So it's America. So even if you are so-called American, however you call yourself, American, and you have a birthright of Jamaican in you, right, you will get deported. Now, they already deported some of the Jamaicans over to Jamaica, and Andrew Holness spoke about it, which I'm gonna post up. Now, my friend, my friend last year spoke to me. I spoke to one of my friends, and she was telling me that sooner or later they're gonna not want us in the country and all this. Now, my grandmother came over through the Windrush era. She was an SAN nurse over it. And it's like, as I feel, when people has been helping the country out or whatever, they settled down, their third, fourth, fifth generation, and they're over here, and then all of a sudden it's like a slap in the face. Now, after a while, it will come a way of like they're questioning your your like purity kind of thing. And that sounds a little like the Jewish Holocaust kind of bit situation. So I feel it's dangerous. And I know the Americans, the Mexicans who would do the low budget jobs, which is the same thing over here. There is migrants who would work for less than £12 over or something like that. They will do low budget jobs. They will be working. They will all sleep huddled up in a house together if they have to. So it's less expenditure, and especially if they are linked to a shop, they would literally, the whole family will work in the shop. So I just think that how like I've seen a lot of things over the years. I used to question a lot of things over the years, and people used to say, "Oh no, you can't talk like that." All this. I used to say, right, why do they love the thing they hate, right? If there is a particular thing that melanated people do, is that they show talent. It could be through dance, food, whatever. Not only that, right, a lot of people's brought with a lot of traditions, and some people, right, will gravitate to that tradition, and they will learn the tradition, the language, and everything. Now, over the years, right, I used to always think there used to be this lady called Princess. She's a white lady, and she used to be in the Nigerian films, and she used to talk pidgin, and it used to annoy the life out of me because um it's like a chameleon. They learn the words, they learn how you say the words, they learn the phrases, and I'm not saying them because I don't want to be like out of order. Like I said, I just believe that how, right, when people talk about immigration or some things, especially hi cupcake, especially how some of the immigrants have changed the face of certain things, where people, especially people over here, they used to cook with spices. They didn't used to have yam in the country, right? Right, vindaloo was actually invented. It wasn't. It's not exactly an Indian dish. It's actually an invented dish. That after the people, when they come from the pubs and they are very drunk, they will go and have the vindaloo, right? So the Indians brought over the spices, and the West Indians brought over the, as they call it, exotic food. But then it's worse when, like, you say all this, when you look on the TikToks and you see the dance trends and everybody's mimicking it, everybody. But then at the same time, right, if you say something, you're wrong if you say what you see. So it's like people talk about immigration, like some immigrants, there is good and bad in every country, in every country and everyone, and no one's exempt. So over here now, right, the thing is that how if something goes bad over here, as you saw with the riots, they are quick to go and want to burn up places where the immigrants are staying. Now, over in the Americas now is different, because now ICE is coming to place, like the enforcers of, it's like Judge Dredd, basically. The enforcers comes in and they take the people, but even if some is criminals, but then some is not. Like the man that I put on the community tab, the post tab, right? He said that how he married his woman, but he must have called ICE on someone. I think they came and picked up his woman. So I'm just like, so does that mean that how, right, when you look at somebody who doesn't look like you, does that mean that you have to question, are they truly, are we gonna be, when you look at me and I look at you, are we gonna be on the same thing, or is my skin color gonna offend somebody? Because even when you go for jobs, because I feel that some jobs as well, right? They won't accept you because one, your name, and two, your ethnicity. And I used to think that how, like before, everything over here used to be PC, and they say, oh no, we can't say this, we can't say that. And there's certain types of people who is very against mixing up and certain things, because they still have that old mind. So even though it's 2025, they still think a certain way. So it just blows my mind, because majority of the reggae sounds now are run by white people, right? There's a lot of them that's run by white people. There's a sound that's run by Chinese. There's another sound that's run by somebody else. That man must not understand that marriage doesn't solidify citizenship. He should have understood the law. Yeah, but the main fact that how they are coming in to schools and churches and picking up little children, separating children. Long time ago there was a picture of the children in these glass gel looking things, the people in the glass gel looking things, right? The children are innocent at this point, right? You know what I mean? Their parentage and traditions, right? The South American traditions. Yes, there is bad South Americans and there's good South Americans, right? And some do actually just want to build, just want to work and get their money and just like build a happy place for their family. Because I believe that's how it was when my grand came over here. Like, in fact, England asked the West Indians to come over here. All right, they asked them to come over here, but then afterwards, there's the fifth, third, fourth generation. Some people come over to countries like here, and they be here for like about a week or two or a month or less, and they just want to go back home. Not everybody wants to stay here or stay in the West, you know. And I'm sure I can find someone and I can ask them questions so that everybody can hear for themselves how immigrants feel. Because I don't feel all immigrants are bad or whatever. Some immigrants do actually follow to the letter how to get into the country, what to do, what not to do. Some of them come over because they help in shops, whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? Because that's how it is over here, right? When you go to an Indian shop, right, they got their own people in their shop, and it's normally their family, right? That's there, right? So I don't know. It's like, and I feel it's going to come down to how English are you, how American are you, how this are you, how that are you. I just feel that how racism is very big. It's a very big thing. And it's like people haven't learned from the past. Now, people want to take people back to slave era, right? You want the like it sounds like when by the time they're calling you a DEI, a DEI, a plane collides with another plane, and then who gets blamed? Oh, the minorities. By this time, we had nothing to do with the minority. Nothing to do. One pilot was flying properly, and the other pilot flied into the plane. But who gets blamed? And it's very interesting because if we take it back to history, when people used to get lynched and unalived for all sorts of reasons, just for smiling, just for laughing, just for coffee and whatever. I'm thinking, like, do you want to go back to the era? Because I know over here, when the West Indians came over here, they had to fight. They had to fight. The Musgrove Seven literally had to fight to be down Labrador Grove, which is a famous place where the carnival is run now, so that you can exist every single time, right? You walk down the road, right? They will pick you up for no reason. They'll ask you what you're doing here. They'll ask you this. They'll ask you that. I already said that how there's people that I come across I'm still kind of around the conscious community, that I've come across the conscious community that was in the conscious community, and they used to say that they have to walk with a letter, they have to walk with an ID card. I watch a lot of border security videos from around the world. I see a lot of English raids in businesses. What I see is that the UK system is very easy to manipulate. It's not that easy to manipulate, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. It's not that easy to manipulate. It seems like it is, but it's not. Right. I'll use another example. Hi, Passionista. I'll use another example. There was a guy, he was Guyanese or Grenadian. I have the video somewhere. And he was married to a white lady. The guy all became part of the army. He was in the English army, right? And then I think he came out. No, I think he finished, or he done his time or whatever, or retired or whatever. Then later on, they came for him, right? And he was in the deportation hostel, and his wife was trying to fight to get him out, to say, look, right, because like, he's done service for England. Come on, he's done service. There was even a lady, and she's passed away now, and she was deported. I can't remember the videos around. They let them go and tell them a date to show up in the court later, and that doesn't happen. Yeah, and then at one time they was doing the wedding scams, but then even though some of them would literally try to come in properly, like really do the work. I mean, I know some stay past their thing, but there's some people who's born here. So what about the ones who's born here? Does that mean that we have to come out of here too? I'm born here. Does that mean that I have to come out of here too? Because like I'm West Indian heritage. I can't remember whether I'm third or fourth generation one, but it's just kind of crazy that how like how you are put under scrutiny, right? I've met some people who's not here just to sit on the whatever it is. Some of them wants to work. Some of them wants to work. They wants to work, right? They don't all not right. They don't want to sit here and wait and then whatever. But that what you're talking about, that does happen, but it's not manipulated. You can't manipulate it because what tends to happen, border the enforcers will come and they will scrape them off of wherever they at. They will go and raid shops, etc., and they will pick them up and they will deport them. Exactly. There are the people who are going to follow the standardized process because of the violations will get you caught. Yes. And I've seen enforcers come pick them up. I've seen that where I was working at a shop and the enforcers came and they picked up a few of the people and then they deport them. Why would anyone expect you to leave? Because if it's done, like if over here follows what Donald Trump is doing, that means that how right they will say they'll go by, but like you say, the birthright. England tend to mimic what's going on in America on certain ways. They do. They follow certain stuff, right? What's going on in America, right? Some of the oh, I thought I heard them crying. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Some of the people that got deported, it was through I can't remember now. I might have to do a whole live on this, I feel. Because there's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Because every time I turn on something, I see something to do with what's going on out in America, where he's trying not to say black people, he's saying DEI. Like, what is all that about? What's it DEI? What's all that about? Just the other day, Sonia Adventure spoke about this same thing. She my daughter's come. If I come off, it's because my daughter's come, okay? Oh, my daughter's here. No, let me come off. I'll speak again another time.